The Backpack Sessions. You have to start using your heart. This right here, you have to start using right now. See, the way I see it is our brain, our mind is constantly downloading stuff, right? So you're thinking about stuff all the time. Bloop, 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 bloop. And I think that there's no filter there. You just download stuff. You can't really control. Well, you can control in a way, but if you're not conscious enough, you just keep downloading shit all the time, right? So once you download this stuff, which has no filter, you download everything, there's no filter there. Once you download it, you have to interpret it. Interpret it. And the way you decode what you download is what makes you feel one way or another, right? So you download information and you decode it with emotions, with feelings, sensations, right? Well, I think that the best way to filter these downloads, these ideas, these seeds of information, if you have any doubt about the nature of that thought or about its purity, if you can use it in any way, just use your heart. You have the best filter in the world right here. Just get that thought, filter it out, and you'll get the truth. You'll get what you really are about that thought. Not what you think you are in that moment, and you interpret it without even thinking about it consciously. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Is that right? Is that wrong? Just bring it inside your heart and feel it in there for a bit, and you will find your answer. The answers to your questions are always inside of you. And I believe inside can really mean the heart, the center, the core. So once you filter stuff out with the heart, with the truth, you will know how to react to certain situations. And your reaction will be the appropriate one. Not just a random, subconscious reaction to stuff, but a more proper, coherent response. You know what I mean? So yeah, you have to train this thing. It doesn't come naturally. Everyone, I'm learning it. I mean, whatever thought that you have that you go like, what the fuck? Just filter it out, and see what happens. I mean, follow your instinct. That's what it means as well. Like, to follow your instinct and know what's good for you and be honest to yourself. Don't lie. That's another of the things, like, don't lie. Stop the bullshit. There's no need for bullshit because we're all here for the same. We're all here to earn from life what we deserve, which is to be happy. And whatever that doesn't aim to that is bullshit. It's bullshitting yourself. You're not being honest. And things start to go wrong, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I'm not talking about being like all happy and like, oh, and be like the perfect nice guy. No. It has to be true, You really have to feel it. It's not acting it out. It's being happy, truly happy. And I think a way of being happy, apart from filtering stuff and, you know, doing what you have to do, what you truly in your core feel that you have to do, is being honest and not lying and telling the truth about yourself. You know, another thing, being vulnerable, because you expose your truth and you can't know how people are going to take it. But that's you, you know, you're being true to yourself. You have to start being more true to yourself. Be vulnerable. And also, apart from being vulnerable, you know, opening up and being true to yourself, you have to recover that innocence. You have to go back to being a child, man. You have to enjoy the simple things again. You have to filter out the complications in life and discovering what truly lies beneath all that, which is the simpleness, the beauty of the simpleness. Be honest, be vulnerable, be true to yourself, be innocent, be tolerant. Recognize that you are doing this process, you're evolving, and recognize that many other people are going to want to do that. So, how do you learn stuff? You learn stuff from practicing, right? And trial and error, right? So let people be wrong. Let people do bad things. Don't judge. That's just their course in life. And you have to be, obviously defend yourself and, you know, fight for your interests. And don't be stupid, but be tolerant with people. Let them be wrong sometimes. Just because it can happen to you as well, right? You're in that path and you can go wrong, and that's when you learn stuff, right? From doing shitty things. You do a shitty thing and you recognize it and you're like, oh shit, that was bad. So I'm gonna go this way. So be tolerant with the rest of the people. Don't judge, because then you're gonna be judged back, you know? You don't want to be judged. That's the last thing you want, right? That's why you stop doing things you want to, because you don't want to be judged in a bad way. But when you receive good judgment, you're like, oh wow, this is the best thing. Like recognition, right? But you have to expose yourself to get that recognition and that approval and that like tap in the back, like you're doing well. You have to expose yourself and receive the good and the bad. Learn from the bad, discard it, and bring it back to the good and keep going, right? So open up and be open to other people as well. Just, you know, do to people what the things you want for yourself, right? So if you don't want judgment, don't judge. Be a kid, man. Enjoy kid things. Just watch a child and observe the happiness in that child and learn from that. Man, why shouldn't you learn from someone who's already achieved that state, right? You want to be happy? You want to be happy? Just look at a child, man. Just look at a child, and that's happiness in its most glorious state. You gotta learn from people. You gotta learn from things that inspire you. So if you're looking for happiness and a kid doesn't inspire you, what the fuck? Like, that's your answer right there, right? When you see a kid smile, when you see a kid laugh, that's your fucking answer, man. Like, oh, how can I be happy? Please, how can I be happy? And there's a kid like laughing right next to your ear and you're still depressed, man. Just turn around, look at that kid and be like, oh shit. That's the answer. Be happy, be a kid, be innocent. That's the condition of a kid. He's innocent, he doesn't judge, he tolerates people. He's open to people. He's learning from everything, good and bad, taking it all in and filtering through the heart. He's always gonna express it's love. He's always gonna express, or she's always gonna express the love for you in the most purest and honest way, because he still doesn't have that fucked up head. So everything a kid does is honest, is pure, is the truth. So learn from the masters, man, who are just in front of you. Learn from the masters. How are you so happy, man? Just tell me. I want to be like you. Well, you gotta start going back to that mindset, recalibrating your brain, right? To think, not to think, because your mind, your rational mind is more powerful now, but to be in a frequency that filters out bad shit and just absorbs the beauty that is within you and outside of you, which is still within. There's no outside, there's just how you perceive it inside. You've never experienced something outside of yourself. You've always experienced things inside, because that's where you are. In here, that's how I experience things, right? Be a kid. Be a kid. That's a blessing, man. Not judging, not having to worry about silly things. The simplicity in a kid's mind is beautiful. It's beautiful. If you want to be beautiful, aspire to that simplicity. Just dig into that. Just dive into that and be surrounded by this feeling of freedom which kids have. I think that was it. Oh yeah, and there was a little silly bit that I wanted to talk about. So the first idea I had was the downloading thing, right? To download material, ideas with your brain, your rational brain, and interpret them favorably, right? So in your interests, only you can decide how you want to interpret things, right? So because you don't want to experience distress and you don't want to experience chaos, you have to filter things in the right way. So things will suit you best and things will be more coherent to how you think. So download and filter it out, but if you're not ready to filter some of that stuff out because it's too dense, because it's new, because you don't understand it, just let your heart do the job. You got the best filter in the world. Just use your heart and find the truth. The truth about things. They're there. Like when you get out of your mind, stop using your mind for a second and start using your heart, you know? Like shift. You can shift from one to another, right? Mind, oh shit. Oh. Freedom, peace. My thoughts, think me, I'm better, I'm here, hey, you. Peace, love. Wow. Shit. You know that feeling when you see a girl that you like and your heart starts beating? Like intense beat? I'm having that feeling right now. It's the feeling of being in love. Fuck, man. I just discovered how to use my heart. Fuck, man. That was weird. Wow. You know that feeling? When you see a girl that you've been meaning to talk to because you find her the most beautiful thing in the world, and you start thinking about it, and you start getting nervous, but in a good way, like, wow, I'm here, like I'm in this moment, and I'm gonna do this. And your heart starts beating fast and intense, and you're in the moment, you're in that moment. Anyways, wow, use your heart. I just showed you how, sorry, I was thinking about these things and I couldn't stop it, and when I discovered how to push it away, how to dissolve it with the heart, I was left in this utter peaceful space. And I was free again, free to think again clearly. I resetted my brain. So that's what going outside your head and being in your heart means. Being in that peaceful place. Use that peaceful place to decide upon your life. Don't make decisions from a rushed state. Don't make decisions from a stressful place. Your decisions in life, the things that you are gonna choose for your life, should be decided from that peaceful place. So to make a decision, you have to get out of your mind. You have to go out of your mind. That's what losing the mind means. I lost my mind and I did something crazy, which usually turns out to be amazing. I lost my mind and I went up to this girl and I kissed her. And now, here she is. Or I lost my mind and I went on stage and did the greatest gig of my life because I lost my mind and I was free to open up to people. Lose your mind. Lose your mind. It's not bad. It's always there, man. Just lose it. Learn how to shift from the mind to the heart and make your decisions and be in that peaceful state when you have to do important things in your life, right? So you won't always be able to take important decisions. If you feel like you're not ready, just let it be. You'll decide upon that later. For now, just say, I'm not ready. Be honest. Tell the truth. Just put that aside for a second. get to that peaceful state, pick it up again, there you go. So that's a power of your heart. Just use your heart. Use your heart, filter stuff out, know the truth about yourself, be true to yourself, be honest, be vulnerable, be innocent, be like a kid. Smile, be happy, learn from the masters. Learn from people who inspire you. When you get inspired, you recognize it. Aim for that in life. Inspire other people. Be creative. Open up and show your stuff to other people. That might be like a chain, chain reaction. Start blowing stuff up. Blow one thing and blow people's minds. Just that, and just experiment, explore with your life, and be a more loving and tolerant person, and love people, love yourself as much as you can, Be your best friend. That's another thing I downloaded. Be your best friend. Because when you have the feeling of being your best friend and being with like your best buddy, man, you're at ease, you're in peace. He's my man.